Hi guys, sorry little bit late I am, but let's start without any further delay. So मुझे 1 मिनट दो आप लोग, मैं बस वो खोज लूं. Where is my desktop training document? Palo Alto, and this is for the yes. Almost I'm ready. Hmm. Okay. So why people are less today? Where they all are? Only few people joined today class. Just wait, I believe 1 more minute, then we'll start. All right, I can see few people joined. Hi all, I believe we are start. We can start the session. So let me see, the lab is ready. So I can 192.20. This is the, oh, sorry. Why again I log in it? 51. This should be the right platform, which I need to log in. So admin.
Sir, what is the password? Admin, na?
For this 10?
Yes, sir.
10 iOS password is very funny, which I cannot change. So the password is 𝗪@123. Okay, which I cannot change.
But today I try to log in, but it's not login.
So just try with a 9.0. No, why you are going with 10.0? Unless you, it's very slow. For your testing, you can go 9.0.
Okay.
Okay. I mute you, Tausif, because you're having a lot of noise. Sorry for that. Okay, don't mind. So you guys tell me, any question, anything you having in your mind and you want to ask me before I can proceed? So anything, anyone wanted to discuss anything? Okay, so if not, we can start without any further delay. So let me start. Lab is ready. I'm logging. Yes. So now everything is fine. So today we are going to check something which is our data filtering. Let's start with data filtering. Okay, that is very interesting. We done this 2, 3, and these 2. We left with these 3. Okay, so let's start with the interesting one, data filtering first, and then we go step by step. Okay, so what is data filtering? Before I can start with data filtering, I should tell you how it is going to happen. So my in lab, let me check if this FTP server is accessible from this zone. Let me check first. Let me log into this PC. So we will try to do some kind of the manipulation with the data, but for that, my PC should be reached to this FTP server. This communication should be allowed. This is a one requirement. Okay. If this is not going to work, we cannot test with the data filtering. So FTP server, how it is going to be configured, it is not part of the Palo Alto. So I make you just for the demonstrate this lab FTP server AD server configuration. You guys wanted to do that, right? So you just have to do Google if you really want to configure. If don't, no need to require. Okay, you just know the concept, it is enough for you. I also take the Google help to just complete this setup for the FTP and AD server configuration. So now I am expert of this because I keep doing this all things since long. So now I know each and everything, how it is going to be done and all. So this is the FTP server, which IP should be. What is IP? Let me check the FTP server IP. So let me just click, and let me check the CMD. So this is my CMD. Why it's very slow. Chirag, you facing any difficulties while doing your lab? I come to know.
Yes, actually, it was my fault. I tried to do 3 times, but there was issue. I didn't assign default routes. That's why.
I write this thing. I write. You got the message, right?
Yeah.
I know.
But I
like,
realized after 2 times I restart the firewall, and I thought I work properly because I am able to see the hits on the security policy and the net policy. Still, I was unable to ping the Google IP. Then after I realized that I didn't assign default route, that's why I'm unable to do it.
Now you happy with it's working, right?
Yeah, it is working. Yes.
Good. That should be the things. I straight away message. Just need to check 3 things because I know only 3 mistake. One of out of 3 mistake can be happen.
Yeah, I forget it actually because the firewall taking too much time to restart it, almost like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, it's take. We just have to be patient. No other choice. Sorry for that, but that's why I'm saying like try to use 9.0 firewall. But you using 9.0 only, right?
Yeah, old one. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometime it also take more time. So can't do anything. So 172.16 here. Finally, you were able to do. I'm happy for that. Okay. This is the like 172.16.10.11. Okay, so this is my IP. Okay, so first task. This PC needs to ping this PC. Okay, so you assume this PC is not blocking any communication, right? This is not blocking. This is not blocking. Everything is fine. So let me just ping 172.16.10.11. Who is going to tell me why it is not pinging? What could be the first reason? This PC is not able to ping this PC.
Interzone policy.
Yes, absolutely fabulous. Intergen policy should be missed because they are directly connected. So routing is not an issue, right? No NAT required because there's a LAN network, right? So 2 things eliminated. So the third thing is like we missing some policies, the DMJ to the trust, which is not available, and this could be the potential reason we are suspecting for which it is not happening the communication. I hope everyone understand this concept, right? Okay, so moving forward, right? Moving forward, what we can do, we can check the firewall policy. Do we have anything in the policy from DMJ to trust? Let me see it. So if I'm going here, DMJ to untrust, I have. trust to untrust I have, DMJ to NAT I have, see, and trust to trust to DMJ I have. You can see here, trust to DMJ I have, but I am initiating the connection from DMJ to trust. This is something opposite, right? And it looks, this is not available, right, in the current firewall rule. So what I have to do, I have to basically go in add policy and allow, or let me just write this clear, DMJ to trust policy. This is the policy. I need to do it. And then after I will move to this zone where my communication is going to happen from the DMJ. So I will select the DMJ where they want to go. And what is the source address for DMJ? So this is source address 168.10.0/24. This is my source address. Where it want to go, that want to go on the destination, that is a trust. And what is your destination address? West subnet, that is 172.16.10.0/24. This is a pretty simple and it is logical, right? So we no need to worry about this. Okay. So after that, what application we just have to make? We leave it default, right? Services will leave it default. Action will leave it default, and we'll create okay. This policy by default common below, but no policies like DMJ to trust. Nothing is worrying, like nothing is worrying for me. So I leave it as it is placed and I just commit it. No need to move anywhere because no other policy available who is going to create a problem for me. So probably we will move to the next step after the commit. So let me see. Let me just commit this. Just have to wait. It's very slow, so no choice, just have to wait. Commit failed. Why? Why this commit failed? This firewall is doing some funny thing today. What is happening? Let me log into the CLI 192.168.1.1. Let me try to log in it. Let me see. This is fine. Okay, so finally I have a prompt. Oh, it's now it's working. Looks like for some reason it's failed for some instance, but finally it's booting up. It's doing the commit, not booting up. So probably it will be commit. Yeah, it's 98%. So we are good to go now. So the moment commit is going to be happen, my PC start pinging. You can see the communication start happening between the DMJ to the trust, right? What is the next thing? So once the communication start happening, the next thing, we just have to take this FTP server access from this PC. This is the second requirement. We just have to do that so that this PC have some kind of data in their system, and he will try to upload the data in the FTP server. So this is a use case we are going to follow in today's session. And after we'll see how it can be create a problem for my organization. We'll try to like correlate that all stuffs. So I'm going on this particular PC and I'm just creating one folder. Might be my folder name is my company, confidential data, confidential data. And in this confidential data, what I can put multiple data. Just an example, I'm just going to use here like confidential. This is one data confidential, which having the keyword like confidential in the major, like a small letter. I can use the another letter that we having a confidential. This is another data. So these are the confidentials file which no need to be shared. Just understand for time being. I have another data also. Let's suppose I have the another file ABC, which having another kind of the, I can say confidential, right? Or might be the Pankaj lab, anything I put. So these are the data. I'm just getting the repository of the files. Let me create another file, which could be the test file, which could be any name I can put. Likewise, the company data, I can put it company data, do not share kind of the stuff, right? This is what I'm creating. And then the fourth thing, I'll just create the anything else, student data, lab access, study material, materials, right? So this is what, these are different 4 copy I have. I can create the 5th one also. Anything I can put here, likewise Guinet, and here I can put the confidential, right? Again, I can put here. These are the data, okay? So just understand. Now this data is available in the your employee PC. Okay. There's 2 use case. One use case, you have to transfer this confidential data to this FTP server. Okay. This is the first use case. We just have to transfer this PC confidential data to this FTP server. So this FTP server, if you see, if I'm going on this FTP server, let me just go here. Here you can see this is the FTP server folder. This folder probably we should not have any information. Right? Let me just check it. See, this folder doesn't have any information right now. Completely free folder, right? So what I'll do first, I will do FTP from this PC to this FTP server. So I will go here and I will simply write here FTP colon, because first I have to ping. Ping is working. So my FTP server having connectivity. See, ping is working for me. So now I have the reachability. So once I have the reachability, I will go there and I will just do FTP 172.16.10.11. The moment I will do, this FTP server is going to open and it is going to ask me the username and password. So here is username and password. So I'll just try to use test 1 and password. The moment I'll put the password, you can see I have the access of this FTP server. So you can see this is the FTP server. There is no file. There is no file. Now I am going to send my own company confidential data from this PC to this PC, means via the FTP server. So you error occur while copying a file. The FTP server make sure you have the permission to put the file on the server. Oh yes, we have permissions. We have permissions. Why? I have the full permissions on this FTP server. Let me check here. Okay, let me try one more time. Why? I have full permissions. Let me check it again. This is the advanced sharing, right? Stay. It's okay. Oh, read only access, read, write both. Okay. So this is something missing. Okay. So now it's fine. Advanced sharing, permissions. We have the full access. Okay, that's fine. Now should work. So, okay. Okay. Let me try it again one more time. So I will go and do the FTP here and 172.1610 dot what 11. Yes, should be 11. Yeah. So I'll just put the password 12 and now it's done. Let me just check it again. Should be copy and paste now because I should have the full permission now. Yes. So now it's having a full permission. So see, earlier this folder was no any file, but now I have a file. All file which is available in this user PC, they all transfer to the FTP server. These files from this PC is transfer. So the first requirement has been fulfilled. There is no problem with the requirement. Now, but the second requirement is whatever you are doing is illegal. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's the compliance. You cannot leak the DMJ zone, which is a highly sensitive zone, data to some other zone. So how can we protect that? How can we protect that? This is a $1 million question. So this is something we just have to understand how data leak can be prevented, right? So let me just delete everything from here, FTP server. So there is no FTP server data available. We delete everything. Now the question is, you cannot leak the data and your firewall is much capable to just, even you are leaking the data, should block everything here. It should not be upload or download the data, which is against to the your company. ठीक है guys? So I hope ये वाला हमें समझ में आ गया. Now, अब next क्या है हमारे पास कि how we can create the policy and how we can do this preventions. So let's focus on this data leak policies. आप लोग मुझे एक सेकंड तो बस एक चार्जिंग लगा लेता हूँ थोड़ा सा. So now we are ready. So how we can, how basically we can do that, this preventions. So simply we just have to go here. After going here, right? अरे यार इस डिवाइस को क्या हो गया? ये अलग पसुड़ी है. So let me off this AD server, let me off this computer, let me off this Linux PC. Okay, let me off this PC also. We'll put less load. I don't know what is happening. Probably there will be good performance. So the next thing will go in the network. In network, you can see here, in not network, in object, you can see here, we having profiles, which is the data leak, data filtering profiles. So in this data filtering profiles, we just have to define some parameters. Based on the parameters, we can come to know which data need to be processed, which data need to be filtered by the Palo Alto firewalls. So if you go and create a policy like data filtering policy, no default policy is available in this case. Likewise, the other cases, filtering profile, right? So if you're creating the data filtering profile here, they are going to ask multiple options, multiple aspects to create the profile. So that data pattern you don't have. So you just basically have to create the multiple data pattern which need to be called under the data filtering profile. So how this is going to happen? So you just have to go in the custom object and you have to define the data pattern. The data pattern which you want to basically either allow or block. So that information you just have to process in the data pattern in the data pattern. So I will go here, and after going that, I will add here the data pattern. So here in this data pattern, we having a three type of data pattern. One is the predefined, another is the regular expression, and third was the file property. We'll discuss one by one. So let's take file property. So what is a file property? So I'll put the name of the file property. So this is the one type of the data pattern. By using this file property data pattern, we can basically do a lot of kind of the stuff to just protect our data. So if I go here and putting the name as a file property, it is going to ask me which type of file you want to inspect. So we're having a multiple type of the file, Adobe, Microsoft Excel, rich text format, right? So whatever the file you have, you can create all file type or based on your need. For my case, my all files are belong to the, if you go in the file property, they all are the part of this, which file type?
TST format.
Sorry?
Test format, TST format.
Test format, but the file type is something, let me see here. This will show the file type would be ये rich file text की file है सारी, एक मिनट में दिखा देगा. These are the text document. Text. This is the file security and notepad text document txt file. But you can see here, here is a file type with text document. Okay, text document. Okay, so they are text document. You are right. I was thinking something else. So I can select the text document files, right, or any other files which I need to be processed. So here we having a rich text format. So I'll just select this one, rich text format. And now it is going to ask what keyword you want to filter whenever you just want to do some action on the file. Any keyword, any manager name, any subject line, any title, any author, anything. So I just mention any keywords, like any keyword could be, if I just try to put the keywords, so I can put like file type keyword could be anything. If I'm going here, I can try to put keyword in this format, might be the Pankaj. This keyword I want to block if someone is going to transfer it. Right, so this is a one keyword. Similar, I can go and create another file property. Okay, this is one, and this time again I am just going to use the rich text format. Again, I am going to use the like keyword or might be the author, any book which is written by the any author, which could be the QNet. So that should be also blocked. So different parameter we have, and we just have to create the syntax. On based on the syntax, we can create the property rule. So the pattern is not correct. So probably they will take in this format. I can put in this way, and I can put in the this way. So they are going to take. So this has been taken. See, these are a keywords tag they are going to identify. So this is a one type of the file property. So any file which having any keyword related to Pankaj, related to confidential, if I just go and add the third one, any keyword, any files having any kind of the keywords, likewise a description, comment, like confidential, right? Confidentials. So this is going to be checked. This is definitely going to be checked. So this is how we can create a different file properties. So based on the files, whatever the file you are exchanging, the firewall is going to look inside the files, the subject lines, the content of the files, the author of the files, the keywords inside every line the firewall is going to read. Means if I'm uploading this particular document and I'm saying that if you find this keyword creating a 2 broadcast domain with the physical subnet, whatever XYZ, it is written with no villains. If this keyword is going to find by this my firewall while reading the all 1095 page document, they will take an action. So every single line firewall is going to be read. And based on that, if I'll find anything which is not good for you, it is going to block. So this is a file property. Every file is going to be inspected. Second one is, which is most usable, is a regular expression. It's a very comprehensive. In this regular expression, what you have to do, any file type I'm saying, any file type, I don't care what type of the files, right? If any predefined data pattern, like if any file type, I have a data pattern, which is going to start with the this format, like confidential, right? And could be the smaller, it could be the bigger one. So even it is a bigger one, confidential, it should be block. It should be block. So this is a data pattern. Any word which is written in the confidential, it is going to be block for you. So you can create the regular expression. Just I'm giving an example. Let me just try to edit this keywords. Let me just see they are using the correct format or not. Even I just forget for this one. Let me just check this is going to take or not. Yeah, this will, yeah, this is going to take. Okay. So I believe this is the correct keywords. So this is going to this way, and this is going to this is going to this way. So now we are good. So these are the confidential. These are the files, right? Anything else you want to like check, like the regular expression? One any other keyword. Likewise, if you want to check that any name, might be it is written in the any kind of the small Pankaj, or could be the bigger Pankaj, right? Should be block. Any file which having any kind of other keyword, like the file itself having the keyword could be, I believe this is not correct. Pankaj. Yes, yes. You are asking Abhishek anything? Oh, would I make a mistake? Let me see. Yes. Let me just check this one. Should be the small as well. It is going to take. Not a problem. So asterisk, dot asterisk, and then one smaller. This. Okay. And the third one is like this one. Coordinate. This is what. Let me see. Okay, so now we are good. So. Okay. Till here we are fine. There is no issue, right? Confidential, right? One bracket close. Okay. So this is a two type of data pattern I define, right? So any type of the files. If this keywords is going to be fine, this was the based on the files. These keywords are based on the file, based on the authors, based on the description. But this is in regard of the any type of file. You are coming for the any HTTP files, HTTPS files, any Excel file, any Words file. This is going to help you in terms of the protections. Now the third type is predefined data. So what is the predefined data? Let's understand it. So predefined pattern is something you cannot define in the firewall. It is always going to be defined. So what is those defined? Credit card numbers that government is going to use, banks are going to use. Your social security numbers, that is a US based citizenship, I believe it is a number, right? Your PRN number, permanent account number, identification number, that is the Indian government. So if someone is trying to leak the information of those numbers by sitting in the government entity, so that firewall is capable to handle those kind of information. Any banking, any ABA number, any kind of the IRD number, PRC number, PRNC, social security number, these all could be the easily going to be identified by the your firewall. But this is not for us. This is for the government entity. So we cannot test this one, okay? Because we don't have the Aadhaar number and PAN number and PRN number and the credit card number, US security number. So we can't test it. This is something government is using the Palo Alto firewall. They want to block the leaking of the data based on the numbers. They can be done because the firewall will know every numbers. And if anyone is just trying to leak any information regarding the numbers, that is going to be blocked by firewall itself. No need to worry about you. So now we just created these two for relevant for us. After creating these two, what we have to do, we just have to go in the profile. And in this profile, we just have to call these two parameters like the file property and the regular expression. Predefined we can call, but it is not going to work. Now it is asking me what type of application you want to check. Any application, any file type. Earlier, we defined the subclass, but here I can put any, or if you want to make the specific class, you can do that. Which direction? Both. Either I'm uploading or downloading should be blocked. Either this direction or should be this direction. Either way, it is going to block you. Okay. So what threshold? So you just have to understand the threshold. So if you put the alert threshold and a block threshold, they are going to take an action. If any file blocking is going to hit even the single time or zero time, the calculator is zero, they start number with a zero. If you put the zero value, means even firewall is going to receive the packet, which is the block. They will send the alert and they will block the packet. This is the one thing. If you putting the one here, so that means if your firewall will receive one time hits where the packet fine, and once the second time it will come, the packet will going to block. One time it is going to be processed, but second time it will block. If you hit the two, so means two time it is a process, but third time it is going to block you. So you just have to define the threshold. How many time you just want to allow and how many time you just want to, after how many time you want to block. So we are just very brutal. We don't want anyone to leak the data. I'll go with the 1 or 0. So let's go with the 1. There's no problem. Then I'll define this all, right? Now we just have to carefully understand our patterns, and we just have to use those keywords in our files. So let me just, it should be exactly match what we just define here. So let me just use these keywords and let me see what ABC having the data is Pankaj. Okay, that's fine. And confidential. Okay, that is having the confidential. Spelling should be matched exactly. Lab, it's okay, no problem. This is the confidential. So let me check the spelling. CONFIN confidential, and this is the bigger one also, right? GUINET confidential. Let me just put some kind of the data also. Here is like GUINET. Let me just use the different one, okay? Not this one. I will use test one. Let me see test one. What is having? Okay. So test one. Let me leave it. Is it as it is? I'm not going to change student data. Okay. Let me just use another file, or let me just use here. GUINET. So some are going to block, some are going to not block. So let me see what are going to block, what not going to block. So these are the data. So these data is basically keyword are matching here in my firewall. So let me just commit and then we'll, before commit, we just have to apply this data pattern in the policy, which is going from DMG to trust. Okay. So then it is going to take an action. Okay. So sorry for that. So let me just go in the policy. And once I'll go in the policy, this is my DMJ to trust policy. In this policy, I'll go in the action. And after going in the action, I will go in the profile, and here is the profile, and here I will apply that data filtering profile. So this is my data filtering profile, and I'll click OK. And I will just commit it. So my commit will be the completed. Just wait. Just wait, guys. So almost we are done. Just it's very slow. Okay, so we completed successfully. It take longer time, but no worry, finally it's done. So now it's testing time. Now you can see this firewall having this rule and this one having this kind of the policy. This keyword you can see here. So how this is going to be help you in terms of productions. Okay. So now if I'm going again on the PC and again I will try to do the RDP of this FTP server. And if I try to upload the data from this PC and try to leak the data, then we'll see the consequences, what is going to be happen. So if I'm going to do the FTP here again, and I will just take the access 172.16.10.11. So this is going to be happen in this way. I will just log in it. And after login it, which having already files. Okay, let me just delete it first. There should be not any files. What is this again and again they are telling? Okay, so there's no files basically, all deleted. Okay, let me show you in the FTP server also. There should be not any file. There is no any file. Somehow they were showing this folder is empty. So I'm just going to copy these files and I'm just going to paste it here. You can see these all files have been pasted successfully, right? But if I go here, I receive just only one file. See here, just only one file, test. 4 file is blocked. Let me just refresh it here. Even it is blocked. Only one file it is. I pasted every file, but just one file received to the FTP server. Rest 4 file, I don't know what happened. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Let me just copy and paste it again. Might be I have made mistake, but I'm copying and pasting it. So yes to all, you can see 5 file has been pasted, but if when I refresh, all 4 gone, and this is never receiving the remaining files. So is there something firewall is doing? The answer yes. Might be firewall is doing because we are like advised to the firewall if data is going to be leaked, you should protect. How it is going to be checked? Go in data filtering and you will get that all logs. Just wait for a few minutes and we'll sign. So you can see here, you having a multiple datas which you are trying to transfer like this ABC test regular expression, and they are FTP based, they are blocking. So the data is getting blocked from the FTP server. You will get some more logs after some time. So it is get after some time, and you can see many of the files are getting blocked because of the you are doing the FTP server, and this is not allowing you to process that. So this is how data filtering come in a picture, and they help you to just do not leak the data from one zone to another zone for any regions. So this is going to help you in this way, right? Any question, guys, about the data filtering? Okay. So now the second type of the understanding we should have to do is the DDoS attack. Okay. So what is a DDoS attack? So already explained, the DDoS attack is something which is going to happen from the internet. Okay. DOS attack is going to happen to the internet from the internet, and they will kill your all resources. They will destroy your all the resources, so your business can be down. They are not going to hack you. They are not going to provide the virus. They are not going to, put the vulnerability, but they will send the bombarding of the traffic and you're not able to like process that. The example is, let's say suppose there is two supermarket in one mall. Like they are just one building is here and means the same floor. This is the block A and this is the block B. Just ignore my writing, just understand my concept. Okay. So these are different blocks. This supermarket having the less customers, but this supermarket having the very high customer, they all are in the queue. Right? They just wanted to purchase everything from the supermarket. And this is a very long queue on this supermarket. This one having 1-2 persons, right? 3 person, but this one having the 1,000 of person or 100 of persons or 500 persons. They are in the queue. So he is having the similar kind of product, whatever he is selling. So he is his competitor. So probably he will thought, why not I can make them billing system down. They cannot do some bad thing for their product, but billing system, how billing system is handling via the internet. So they will talk to some hacker. Hey, can you just do one thing? Just do some attack on his router, WAN interface. So he cannot do the billings. So all bandwidth is going to be consumed by the unknown traffic. Okay. So what is going to happen? This process, who is the person who is doing the billings for the customer, they stop doing the bill. Bill is not going to process because you don't have the bandwidth to process the bill. So everything is down. So what is going to happen? You become irritated at what the hell he is doing. They are not even doing the billing and all, and you just shout it to them and just explore the alternatives, and you'll move to the this queue. And he will feel, oh, I'm doing great. He will make the 1 lakh sale today, might be 10 lakh or 20 lakh sale. Give 1 lakh to hacker. You also be happy because due to you, my sale is increased. So this kind of the happening keep happening in a networking domains. Many competitors do such kind of activities to just shut down their business, destroy their business. So DoS attack is one kind of this technology. So how my network can be protected from DoS attack? So if DoS attack always happen from the outside of the world. So if anyone wanted to do DoS attack, so you just have to go in the object, and after going in the object, you having the profile that is a DoS protection profile. You have to create the DoS protections. So in this DoS protection, you just have to define what type of the DoS protection you want to use, aggregate or classified. So aggregate like means any source, any destination. If the DoS attack is going to happen, this is going to protect you. If you want to do the classification based on the source and destinations, if you have that information, you can use the classified, but this is the more recommended. Okay. So in aggregate, everything is going to be captured, but you can go for the, so this is how you can use the aggregate one. Now they having a different type of flood. It could be a TCP flood. This is a sync flood, is a TCP flood, UDP flood, ICMP flood, ICMP v6 flood, or other IP floods. These are the 6 type of the floods we have in the market. Flood means they are going to send bombarding of the traffic, which is going to destroy your network. So now what we have to do? So basically, we just have to protect our network from the TCP attacks. We just have to enable this TCP flood. When you enable, they having a default values available here. Default values available. And in this values, what they are going to tell you, if any connection is going above than, right, or it is going to equal to, right, 10,000 connection packet per seconds, the alarm is going to be triggered. Yes, your network is processing more than 10,000 packet per seconds. And at the same time, it will activate your DDoS protection, means you should be activated. Now you just have to do some kind of the work. But till the time your connection is not reaching to 40,000, you keep watching, keep observing, you keep checking. But once your connection reaches to the 40,000 per second, you have start taking the action because it's abnormal. It's abnormal. You don't want, right? So this is how DDoS is going to be processed. You can set any number. In lab, I can make this lower number to just test it, right? But in other scenario, you can make any other number, right? Block duration means when the attack is going to happen, everything is going to block for like 30 minutes, 30 seconds, or might be the 5 seconds, whatever you want, right? So let me make as a, how many? 180 seconds. Similarly, having the UDP floods, that is again, you can just protect. So any flood you want to protect, you can just enable it. ICMP flood, you just enable it, put the numbers, you can do that. It's very easy to configure. Any number you want to do that, you can do that. And ICMP V6, you want to enable, you can, other IP you want to enable. So this is how you can use the flood protection method. The number, alarm, activation, and the max and blocking time, you can decide. Palo Alto firewall says default value is this. Use these default values. But if you having some number in your mind, you can use it. But this is recommended by Palo Alto firewall. Many organizations use the same number. Now, what about the resource protections? So every firewall having the some capacity to handle the connection session. It could be the number based on a data set. So how many resources, how many connections you want to allocate, you want to define whenever you're having the DOS attack. You just have to allocate those number here. Means out of available maximum session of your firewall, the number of session you want to use that should be in participation of DDoS protection or DDoS traffic processing. You can put any number. So it should be in my case, I put a 500 because in the lab, you can put any other number. This is a default one, it is taking. So you can leave it as it is. So now my DDoS protection has been created. So once my DDoS protection has been created, DOS protection has been created, denial of service, we just have to apply. Where we can apply? The traffic is coming from untrust to trust or untrust to DMZ. Always it is going to in to out. So I just have to apply from untrust to trust. Let's suppose that. So this is not going to apply in the policy. This is the one thing you just have to take in your mind. This is not going to apply in the policy because in this policy, you can see there is no option for the DOS protection. So this is not going to apply in the policy. So where it can be applied? So we can go here, we can go in the DOS protection policy, and after going in DOS protection policy, you can apply it in the DOS protection policy. So simply you can go here, DOS protection policy. And after going there, you can just define the zone where traffic is coming. It is coming from untrust, right? Any source it is going to come, where it is landing, it is going to land to the trust. Any destination, you can leave it as untrust. The source, zone, destination, zone, addresses, you can define, there is no problem. The most important thing, what you want to do, you want to deny, allow, or protect. So you don't want to allow any DOS traffic. This is the clear. But if you make the deny, that is also a problem. This is also going to deny everything. Might be your legitimate traffic is going to be denied. So this is again a new problem for you. So the third option, which is the most useful, that is a protect. You just have to use the keyword is a protect. So protect is like whatever the parameter you just selected, that is going to protect you from the any kind of attack. So schedule, you can schedule for the any time of the period when you want to activate. And you want to use the classified one or aggregate one. So we created for the aggregate one, not based on the source IP or destination IP only, right? We created for the everything. So I will go here and I'll select the profile that is a DOS and I'll click OK. And my DOS protection policy is ready to serve. So before I can go and commit it, if I'm going in my this PC, this is a Kali Linux machine, which is the more capable to generate the DDoS attack, right? So I can live do the DDoS attack in my networks. Let's see how it is going to happen. So likewise, the vulnerability attack, we can do it DDoS attack from here. So for TCP attack, we're just having a command hping, okay? So if I make the DDoS attack, it is going to do the bombarding of the traffic. So let me just commit it. So at least we can protect the attack. So else my WAN link will be down. So let me just commit and let me just write some kind of the script here. So let's wait. So here I'm going again, and after going here, and there is a command for the attack for the TCP attack, hping3 minus C 1500, right? Minus D 120 minus yes minus W64 minus P80 minus flood, right? Random. This should be also minus random, and this is going to be source, right? And this is destination. So destination, we know that destination would be the always firewall interface, this interface. So it is going to redirect on this interface. So we know that destination is 151. So let me just use that destination. Let me just use here. Yeah. Okay. So 192.168.1.151. So we know if we do the attack on this particular interface, that everything is going to be attack in the resources of this PC, the link utilization is going to be high. So everything is going to be out of the range. So the moment I will do this script run, my TCP attack is going to happen from the untrust to trust zone. And that's why my link utilization is going to be very high. And see that within the fraction of seconds, million of the packet is going to be processed. I'll show you. So hping minus C minus D 120 minus S minus W64 minus P80 minus flood minus rand as source, and then we just have to do the attack. So you can see here in this DDoS protection, we don't have any hit counts, right? And the policy also, we don't have any hit counts. Let me show you, because this is something we not done from the out to in. So let me just reset it also. Might be having something, but let me just check it. If anything we have. So let me check it. Yeah, it having a lot of hits. So let me just reset it. So the hit has been reset. Now you'll see that DOS attack is going to be happen. A lot of packet is going to be happen. We'll check the monitor as well and check this particular log as well. And we'll see how basically it is going to be processed by the Palo Alto firewall. So boom, let me just do, hope my script is fine. And now it's done. The attack has been done, and you will see the magic numbers here. Within the seconds, you'll see number of packet. You just can't imagine. It's more than 2 lakhs right now. And it is going to be increased very soon. 4 lakhs, you can see, and it is going to 5 lakh, 58,000. Going to be very soon millions, right? So this is the magic of the attacks. See, it's 8 lakhs. So you can see how many packets this attack is sending, and it is keep sending the packets. It's around 1 millions, and my internet stopped showing also unstable for some reason. So you can see millions of packet has been processed. So if you think if that much packet is going to be processed, this is something not good for your network. And if you see in the traffic, These are the untrust to trust. And see, these are the insufficient data, and they are all are getting edged out. Every packet are getting edged out. Even you go in the threads, you'll see something. These are the TCP floods. You can see TCP floods happening, random source. When the critical, they are dropping. Your firewall is dropping because they know that these are the basically attack, not the legitimate traffic. And if you go on the policy, the magic will be there. There is a hits is the millions, right? You can see the more than 2 millions, but in the security policy, you can't find any hits. See, still zero, because they never process this kind of traffic. Your DDoS protection itself deny all the traffic, so rules never going to hit for the legitimate connections. So this is the magic of the DDoS attack. Any question, guys? What is DDoS attack and why you use, or clear to everyone? Just tell me. So if no question, we completed this. We left with the one topic, that is a URL filtering. For this content ID, we almost taken 4.5 or 5 hours to complete this, because this is the very important. I just wanted to focus more time on it, because you should know how basically next generation network is working, and how basically it is helping you in terms of the building the good security infrastructures. So if you don't know, probably you will struggle to do that. Okay. So now the thing is how basically we can use the URL filtering, and what is the need of the URL filtering. So guys, trust me, likewise the application ID, this URL filtering is also very powerful tool, right? Sometime application not meet your requirement, sometime URL not meet your requirement in terms of the different time of the blocking. So URL filtering is more specific to the URL, not the application. So what is the definition? What is the difference between the application and the URL? Right? So see, application is a type where based on the application type in a single URL can have the multiple nature of the applications. Likewise, you take the any URL, the URL you just take it. This is the one URL, www.facebook.com. But how this facebook.com has been classified in terms of the application? So the Facebook application has been classified based on the chat, based on the video call, based on the voice call, based on the posting, different application we have. So if I want to allow Facebook, I can allow Facebook. There is no problem. Along with that, I just want to allow the chat. That could be only allow. Rest will be the block. So this is the beauty of the application. It is going to give you flexibility. What actually you want? You want to allow complete Facebook, you can allow. You want to block complete Facebook, you can block. But if you want to just customize also, this is absolutely possible. But in the URL, if URL using to just allow and block, if you're allowing the Facebook, this URL, everything will be allowed. Chat will allow, video will allow, everything will be going to be allowed. If you're just blocking this, everything is going to be blocked. Everything, trust me, going to be blocked. So you cannot customize the thing. So this is the disadvantage of the URL. But listen here, the most important thing. Let's say suppose I am telling you to just block the social networking sites. So you can block it via application. You can block it via URL also. There's no problem. But if you're going to block via the application, you just have to create the application group. What you understand? Application group you just have to create. And also you might be create the application filtering, app filtering, to just make the dynamic, to just block this. So you just have to do some kind of the additional work, right? to just allow or block, you just have to do the manual entry and all. But if I want to use to block all social media via the URL filtering, it's a quick task for me. How? Understand. So let's say suppose I want to block anything should be not accessible for related to social media from this user or this zone. How can I block? It's a very easy task for me. Just go in the URL filtering. There is predefined some kind of default filtering where they are allowing more category. You can see they are allowing the abortion, abuse drugs, adult, auction, business and the economy, dating, dynamic DNS, games, different things they are allowing without any issue. But at the same time, they are blocking four category that abuse drugs, adult, command and control, grayware, hacking, malware, phishing, and the weapons and blah blah. Right. So these are the default you can use. Now my task is to just block social media. This is my task. So if I wanted to block social media, I just simply use social media block and I will just search from here. I will go and write here social. You'll find it is everything allow. I will just click OK, block. Khatam. It's end. And I click OK. Once the rule is created, you can see everything is allowed. Even abortion, adult, alcohol website, everything is allowed. But in this, the block category is the social networking. But it is not called somewhere. We just created the policy, but you want to block, you have to call in the policy which is going to trust to untrust because you are going to internet. So let me just check what this PC is doing right now. Is there able to access the Facebook or not? Let me try that because we just wanted to test it. This is the last lab for today. So let's verify it. So I'm going to access this. And after accessing, let me see. So if I'm going to open the facebook.com. Oh, sorry. Let me just make it corrected. So facebook.com. Let me try it again. Facebook.com. Okay, it's working. Why it's not working? See what is happening there. What is trust to and trust policy? What we are calling all Gwinnett antivirus spyware while blocking. Okay, that's fine. Why Facebook is not opening? Facebook should open. Let me just try to open a Google, google.com. Yeah, it's Facebook is opening. See, page is opening. There was some kind of the confusion by the PC or the firewall because we are the virtual. So sometime they take a little bit longer time. So. We are assuming the Facebook will make the connection here. Okay. because the page is landing. Okay, let me try again. Different facebook.com. Let me search it here. facebook.com. This is quite slow. It's very slow. So let me just complete the commit. Meanwhile, it's opening. So what is going to happen? This Facebook is not going to open. Okay. So we just have to go here and we just have to go the action, and here is the URL filtering. So the URL filtering we block here, Facebook block media. And once I click it here, okay, you can see the new tag is going to be added here. And this is the tag. You can see URL filtering. Okay. So now it is available, and probably this page is going to be blocked when you can see now it is opening for some reason, but definitely it is going to be blocked. But we just have to test it how it is going to block. If sometime if the license not work correctly, it may misbehave. So I have alternate way how I can block it. Okay, but let me just try how it is going to happen. Okay, this is like very slow for some reason. Mm. So oh, this is what. So all page are not working. Let me just try it from the incognito mode now. And I will try it www.facebook.com because my commit has been done almost. Let me just complete it and then I'll try it. So I mean to say anything you want to block. Okay. It's a very dynamic in nature. You just have to go there in the URL category, any category. It's a quickly anything you just want to block any adult website for your company, right? You can block it. So now it's done. I'm going to show you how company do that. Let them open. Okay. So you can just you need the license. See, this license should be, there is a license. I'll show you. Let me show you license. You can see this should be the valid. So here you're just having the DNS security cloud. Yes, see, this should be the valid license. Now it is expired. You can see here in 2021, but it should be the valid license. If you're having valid license, the Bright Cloud DL one is then PAN DB. So this is for us, not this is for third party. This is for the Palo Alto internal. So if you're having the license, you just have to go there, any website, anything. Likewise, you want to block any kind of the adult website for your company. Nobody can go there, right? Just find the adult, right? Once you find, see it is allowed. So just block it and call to the rules. And ideally, it is a part of the compliance. Likewise, a Naukri, which if you don't know the any website URL category, you just go there, search in this particular website, URL check URL. Likewise, you want to block the Queenet website. You don't know which category it is going to fall, right? You don't know, right? So just go and search here. Just put www.guinet.com, right? So it will tell the category, which category you need to block. See, it is a computer and general info. So just go here and search computer. So it is going to block anything under the computer and general info. I'm not going to block because it is something very interesting for you. Likewise, you don't know Naukri.com, where it is going to fall. So I'm going to type in Naukri.com. It is in job search. So let me just, it is in job search. See, if you want to block the job search definitely I don't want, right? So it just go and block it, right? So job search is block, right? What else you want to block? So see, three category we block. When I block for the any this, so any game website. You guys tell me which game website I can select. Anyone game website, gaming website, gaming websites, right? So you can. This one is, let's suppose this one is open a website, right? So I'll just go search and I'll just find which category it is going to form. So it is not showing. Let me just search. I am not robot. So the games. So you want to block the games, just go here and search the games. And see the games is going to be block. So this is how different website is going to be. See, the Facebook is not opening because it is completely blocked. The Facebook is not opening because it's completely blocked, because we completely block the social networking. Even I am going to use the probably WhatsApp web, it is not going to block, but Google is going to open. Let me show you. Google is definitely going to work for me because we didn't block for the Google, we block for the Facebook. So after some time, Google will be open. So how we can verify whether it's blocking or my firewall or not? So you go here in the monitor, and here is the you having the URL filtering. In the URL filtering, you'll find some log. You can see this is the URL facebook.com you are trying to go. See, this is the log also, and this is the block URL. Clearly, you can see this is the block URL, and it is application-based Facebook, and it is not allowed. So we having a proof my URL is getting blocked because this is the block URL as per the firewall setting, and it is not going to access anymore. Right, guys? So this is how you can demonstrate and check different parameters. Google will open. There is some internet issues, but you can see the Facebook social networking. It is completely blocked, and we having all logs for the social networking. All right. So any question anyone have for today class? Because we done with this particular content ID. We given the like good timing to understand this all, but still if you guys having anything, you can ask me. Okay, so if no question, probably we can wrap up this for today. We'll connect tomorrow. Happy evening, happy good day to all. Okay, enjoy your rest of the day. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.